me officially, yeah, let me officially, uh, begin this session. All right. Okay. So, first and foremost, I want to explain to you all what is this all about. So, see, we these sessions that we are doing on every Wednesday from 7 to, not every Wednesday, every alternate Wednesday from 7 to 8 p.m. are those sessions are activities are called career guidance for you. So that short form is CGFY, and we are calling this as knowledge and skills get together. Idea is that we are still experimenting with the timings and topics and all of that, because this is a new thing that we have started. Today is the sixth episode of our first season. So this is our first season, which will have about 10 to 12 sessions. And so what we are doing is we are trying to look at topics which will be relevant for students. Some topics are relevant for parents also. And in that, we are trying to bring authentic information, because today, if you go into the internet, there is such a lot of information. There are so many YouTubers. I mean, there is so many things, and one gets a little bit lost in terms of what's the right thing to do. So, what we thought is that research desk of at Career Guidance, and to curate very authentic information from trusted sources and research. Have an internal quality check, and then from there, we are trying to, right? So therefore, I'm out with this. This is like a get together. Why?
Sorry for interrupting, but your video is breaking at times.
Exchange of information, knowledge, and building of our skills and awareness of our skills. Yeah. So therefore, that's what we are doing. So therefore, this is under the banner of CGFY Knowledge and Skills Get Together. Okay. Now today, now in fact, we have a on our YouTube channel, we have a playlist of which has been created specifically for this season one topics. So all the previous. Okay, all right. I think there is some issue with my internet. Okay, let me just okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let me just once. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, if there is an issue with my internet, just let me know, so that I will probably change my position, location in my office. I'll sit in a different place and then see whether the net is better. There could be a challenge right now. Yeah. If there is a challenge, I'll just shift further. All
Okay.
right. Now, let me begin with the formal presentation, and like I said, it's going to be interactive. I'm going to definitely show you some slides, but also, so let me just share my screen. 1 minute. Okay, my voice is breaking. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, I'm just shifting my, location. 1 minute. Okay, so now let me know because I think things will be much better from here. Okay, let me share my screen right now, and we get on with the a little bit of concepts. I'm going to actually explain a very beautiful concept to you all. So I just told you all what is this get together all about, and the whole topic for today is how to stay motivated and focused in the digital age. Okay. Now I want to ask you a simple question. What is motivation? What is motivation?
The energy to perform a task which is required.
Okay, energy to perform a task. What is required? Okay, one by one. Okay, so you are right. It is, oh yeah, energy to perform task. You're absolutely right. In fact, it's also called motive for action. Yes, you're right. So, uh, one sec. I think my sharing is so. Okay, can you see can you see the presentation?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so energy to perform the task. Okay, you are right. Energy and what is yeah, actually, yeah, motivation is such a key, crucial thing. It is the energy, it is the drive, it is the motive. Motivation, if you break the word, it is actually motive, motive for any action. And importance of focus. What is the importance of focus? All of us know very well. We know the famous and solar rays of the sun, they just fall on our rays, and then the lens are the rays are projected. Even it generates such a lot of energy that the paper can burn. That kind of energy gets generated. So focus is nothing but focus. Once you have focus, it makes you extremely effective in terms of delivering results. Right now, so we all know what's motivation, we know what is focus, nothing very difficult. But why do you think is it, how does the digital age impact motivation and focus? Any idea? How does the digital age impact motivation and focus?
In the digital age, there are many sources and websites that distract us from attaining proper focus to do our task.
You are absolutely right. Many resources and many websites are there that keep on. You know how many, this is just a slide for you to kind of tell you that, okay, this is just a number which is probably very conservative, but how many times do you check your phone? How many times in a day? How many times in a during a day do you check your phone? 90 to
Probably more than 20 or 30 times.
No, the statistics is 90 to 100 times on the average, 90 to 100 times. So 90 to 100 times. Now you might see if you all are in a college or a class where it's not allowed, it's a different thing. But typically when it is allowed on a day, when you have like a full day, then 90 to 100 times is when we check phones in the entire day. Now just imagine, now every phone, every notification, every time you are getting some or the other, some message, something or the other, and that is why the distractions are so much. So in today's webinar we are going to talk about the fact that digital age has put in a phenomenal amount of challenge in terms of staying focused. And we're going to look at certain ways, certain methods, certain hacks for staying motivated and focused. And we are going to do a few live activities. So that's what we are going to do. And yeah. So now, see, in the digital age, when we talked about the distractions, now I am also going to talk about a couple of other things. One is the amount of information is just huge. And therefore, before you can really digest one information, like you are planning to do, let's say, medical, for example, and before that, suddenly you will see such a lot of information about how difficult is it to get admission in medical, or how difficult is it to, or suddenly someone will talk about the fact that Now in medicine also a lot of technology is required, and therefore engineers will, or computer scientists or robotics will actually take over the medical profession, and then you start doubting. So because of such a lot of information that is coming, you are not able to form consistent opinions. You keep doubting your information. That's one thing that happens. The other thing that happens is, do you have any idea what is the current average attention span as that we have as human beings?
8 seconds.
How many?
Average at 8 seconds for average in
You are right,
2025.
absolutely right. The average has come down to hardly 8 seconds, which means that the moment 8 seconds are over, in the ninth second, you are probably thinking of something else. So, right now, we are talking about the presentation. After 8 seconds, maybe some other thoughts come. Now, that is the kind of reduced attention span that is there. Now, this has a huge impact on motivation because you are sitting to write, you are sitting to listen to the lecture, all motivated, and suddenly you get distracted, and then you might lose motivation. Or you are studying, sitting to look at, studying something, and then suddenly, you get distracted. So all this is creating a huge problem. And for that, right now, see, what we are trying to do is that the world is getting more and more competitive. And we therefore go for more classes, but more classes means more motivation required and more concentration required. So what is the solution to that? So we're going to discuss some of the methods to handle this. Now these methods can be classified in various categories, and the first category that we are talking about is called mind and body alignment. Now mind and body alignment is one way to maintain our focus. Now alignment, I'm sure you all understand the meaning of the word alignment, right? You all understand what is alignment?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So they're together. So one of the ways is that when your mind and body is aligned, for example, for example, you are in a classroom, you are supposed to keep quiet, and therefore you're not supposed to talk. But then if you do get distracted and start talking, which means your mind is not aligned with your body, and your body is not aligned with your mind. So that's not aligned. So mind and body aligned means that what the mind wants, the body is doing exactly that. Okay. Now, okay, I think there is some serious problem with my internet today. I'm so sorry for that, but I don't know what is the problem. Generally, I do not face a problem like this. Maybe some major fluctuations happening today. Okay, so let me therefore talk to you about a very important concept called heart coherence. Okay. Now, heart coherence, we're going to actually have a separate session itself on this because this is such an important area. But today we are introducing this in a very soft manner. We are introducing what is heart coherence. So, can you tell me what is the meaning of the word coherence? Anyone? What is could be the meaning of coherence?
Is it about working together?
You are right. You are absolutely right. Coherence means that in a system, let's say you take any system. In a system, if various components work together, they are said to be in coherence. Sorry. For example, I'm going to just show you a small picture right now. What do you think is this picture all about?
A band.
Yeah, it's a band. Okay. Now imagine there is a lead singer, there is a guitarist, there is a tabla player, there is a violin player, and there are so many others who are playing. Now, if they are all working together in a way that they support each other, they are said to be in coherence. And how's the experience going to be? Absolutely
Very
beautiful.
melodious.
Yeah, yeah. Delicious, beautiful experience. But if they are all out of sync, maybe they are all individually doing their job well, but they are not in tune with each other, it is going to be an absolute noise that you will not be able to even withstand for some time. Yeah. So coherence is basically when all the components of any system work together. That is where you get the most beautiful output. Now, if you look at, if this is a system, this is an orchestra, you look at any human system, there are different components to it. So for example, if you look at the heart, for example, now those who are studying science will obviously know that, heart has, there is an entire system called a circulatory system which has got heart. Now heart itself has got various components, and then there are the arteries and the veins and capillaries, etc. So it's an entire system. So heart coherence is nothing but it is the when each and every component of the system of circulatory system are working in sync with each other, that is where the functioning of the heart is the best. Okay. Now let me connect that with our topic, which is about how to stay focused. Okay. I'll slowly come to that. Okay. Now, this diagram also shows that the heart and the brain, there is some kind of a connection that you see. Now, see, the brain is actually, see, in a human body, our brain is actually communicating with each and every cell, each and every system inside the human body. I'm sure you all are aware of that because you are both science students. Now, when this communication is happening, your brain is supposed to be the most important part, right? Like, which is supposed to be the most important part to whom everyone listens? Any idea? In your body parts. See, for example, when you are picking up, let's say you see food on a plate and the plate is on a table and your hand reaches to the food so that you eat. Who is telling the hand that you
The
have to?
brain.
The brain, absolutely right. So your brain is the like the head, like the captain of your body, and the brain will tell the hand, or it will tell your legs when to move, etc., etc. That's your brain. Now, so basically there is much more communication that is going from the brain, and the brain is making all body parts work. Now, in case of the heart, see, there is an institute in California called the Heart Math Institute. And this institute made a major research breakthrough when they found out that it is the heart that is communicating more with the brain. So, brain is telling each and every body part what to do. But when it comes to the heart, it is heart is giving more signals to the brain than vice versa. And therefore the state of affairs of the heart determine the brain state of affairs, and brain determines each and every part of the body. And therefore, if your heart is healthy, your brain is healthy, and then your body is healthy. This is one like an equation. And therefore, when we say that heart coherence means that when your heart is in coherence, which means when each and every component of the heart is completely working in tandem with each other, automatically the brain gets in coherence. Now, this is what is very interesting, because when the brain is getting in coherence, the brain has got different components to it. So, brain has got a component which is about memory retention. It has got a component called memory recall. It has got something called as creativity. It has got something called as logical reasoning. It has got musical area. It has got feelings, etc. So, everything put together. Now, each and every area of the brain, component of the brain, if it works in tandem, then that is where the brain produces superior output. Clear? Logical? Just like an orchestra produces superior output, every part of the brain produces superior output. That part is clear?
Yes.
Right. And therefore, the key to, do well academically is that you have a you have your brain functioning at its optimum capability. And for the brain to function at its optimum capability at a high level, which is nothing but getting the brain in coherence, you need the heart to be in coherence. Clear so far?
Yes. Got
Yeah.
it.
And therefore, friends, the heart coherence will get your brain sharp. And once the brain is sharp, it is going to help you focus. It is going to help you prevent yourself from getting into any kind of distracting emotions. Because, if you see what causes distraction, generally you will see that, if you are experiencing a pain in a body part, you will feel distracted. So because pain is giving you, that motivation, the emotion of you feel sad, you feel bad, or you feel that pain, or if there is some tragic news or something has not gone well, or maybe if you are onto social media and some of your social media posts have not got appreciated, you may feel bad, or or your friend has told you something and you're feeling bad. So anything which is a negative emotion is very distracting. So negative emotions are highly distracting. Similarly, lack of good health is distracting. Like pain in a body is distracting. So one of the biggest factors for motivation and focus is having positive emotions and having great health, which we all actually, sometimes forget. And therefore, I'm going to right now demonstrate and teach you all the technique of making the heart coherent, and that technique is called heart elevation. So now I'm going to teach you all the technique of heart elevation. So what you have to do is you have to just follow my instructions and just do whatever I'm saying. We will spend about roughly about 5 to 7 minutes on this. Okay, we'll spend about 5 minutes on 5 to 7 minutes on this. Yeah. So are you geared up? Both of you are geared up to do this? All of you
Yeah,
working? Okay.
I'm
Yes.
ready.
Okay, great. All right. So the first step is to okay. Now, since I do not see you, therefore I will just give instructions and I will assume that you are following it.
Could you repeat the first step? Your video was breaking.
Yeah. The first step is okay. What I'm doing is during this activity right now, I'm also stopping my video so that it doesn't come in the way. The audio is what is very really important. Okay, let me also stop the share right now. Okay. Okay, I'm stopping my video right now so that so that there's some internet issue that I'm facing right now. So I've stopped the share. I've also stopped my video. Okay. All right. So great. So first step of heart elevation process, close your eyes. Okay, since I cannot see you, I'm assuming that you are following my instructions. Now that your eyes are closed, you can take your palms and place them on your heart. Place your palms on your heart. Okay, now your eyes are closed, your palms are on your heart. Try and feel your beautiful heart. Try and feel your beautiful heart. Try and feel the presence of your heart. Okay. All right. Now we are going to now experience something which is called an elevated emotion. Okay. Elevated emotions take you into this heart coherence. When your emotions are elevated, that is a trigger for the heart to get in coherence. So elevated emotions are any emotions which are strong and positive. So you can think of any situation in which you experienced a lot of happiness. So it could be happiness emotion, it could be an emotion where you experienced being deeply grateful towards someone, or it could be an experience where you felt a lot of compassion towards someone. So so maybe as an example, you can think of a time when you were playing as a child, or when you are playing as a student on a ground, and you are completely immersed in that play and you are fully enjoying and experiencing that happiness and joy. Or maybe you can also think about a time when you are playing with children. When you play with small children, it's very joyful experience. Yeah. So you can also think of being grateful for being. You can think of any individuals, maybe your parents, maybe your friends, your family members, your teachers, anyone towards whom you feel deep level of gratitude. So happiness. You can also think of moments where you were happy, you got your result, and your result was very good, and you were very happy with your result, and therefore you experienced a lot of gratitude, a lot of happiness. And now slowly feel, sorry, feel these emotions right now. Experience these emotions right now. And once you experience these emotions right now, you are in a state of elevated emotions, and these elevated emotions will actually bring coherence to your heart. And like I was explaining to you, once the heart gets coherent, the brain gets coherent. Continue to be experiencing this elevated emotions, and now is the time for us to take these emotions to the next level. And for that, to take the coherence to the next level, the best way to do that is by sharing, or rather radiating these emotions to others. So when you share or when you radiate these emotions with the others, they will actually grow from within. So now that you have these elevated emotions which generates positive energy, please radiate that through the power of intention. So you can just use the simple formula that wherever your attention goes, energy flows there. So right now you can think of anyone whom you know, could be a family member, could be a friend, or could be anyone in general who is probably not happy or is probably not well, and radiate this positive energy towards that individual. You can think of patients in a hospital and radiate the positive energy towards the patients in a hospital so that they recover. Or you can think of any school where sometimes children are under pressure, under stress, and all sorts of experiencing unhappiness. So now radiate this energy towards those children in a school who are not very happy. So do that. And all that you have to do is just focus your energy, focus your attention there, and that's where the energy will flow. And now slowly you radiate the energy towards the whole, towards the entire city where you stay, and radiate the energy now towards your entire country. So radiate it towards your entire country, and now expand yourself further and radiate this energy across the entire planet. And now you can slowly open your eyes. Okay, so have you all opened your eyes now? You can just,
Yes.
yeah, give a reaction, etc., or whatever. Okay, now, so how is there a change right now in how the way you feel from what it was before you did the activity?
Yes. I feel much more calm and clear in my head, and there's no other external thoughts coming inside. It's very
Very nice.
peaceful.
Thank you very much, Ishan. You're feeling very clear and calm and peaceful. All right, okay. Any other thoughts?
While doing the practice, it felt very good and calming, like it reduced like stress and anxiety.
Absolutely. Yeah, true. It reduces stress and anxiety because what is happening is the brain and the body and the heart, everything is getting in coherence. Everything starts working beautifully. Yeah. Okay. Mr. Kumar, you may share. Varda, you want to share? Hardik, anyone else wants to share your experiences? All right. So, I hope since I am not able to see you, I hope you are back from the activity and you are back in the class. Are you all in the class? Just give me a reaction so that I know you are there. Right now, I do not see anyone. I do not hear anyone. So I don't even know. So just give me an indication that you are there. You can just say yes, or you can just type in the chat.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Great. So Hardik, you want to share anything?
It felt very calm and
Yeah.
good. It
Okay.
was good experience.
Okay. Now, this something that you felt very calm and good. If you actually, if there is such a lot of documented research on this simple activity, it is so simple. Now, this simple activity will increase your immunity. It will increase your ability to do mathematics. It increases your ability to remember your science or your English or any subject that you are studying. It is so simple. You may actually wonder why it is and how does it improve like that. For that, we are going to have a separate session on the science of heart coherence, because all of that cannot be covered right now. Today's topic is about staying focused and motivated. So therefore, separately, we will have the session on the science of heart coherence and how it really helps you, and then you will be convinced about doing this activity regularly. Yeah. So coming back, yeah, let me share the screen. So if you are feeling peaceful and better, do you think your motivation and focus will be better? What do you think? Will your motivation levels go?
Yeah,
They'll go
because when we're more clear, we like think of our main goal and what we actually need to do rather than what we want to do, and the
up.
motivation for it will increase.
Exactly, exactly. So simple activity like this can improve your motivation. The key is to do it every day. Every day is the key to do it. And if you're able to do it twice a day, nothing like it. All that you require is about 5 to 10 minutes twice a day. And it will increase your productivity and clarity to a huge extent. It will help you to keep focused and it will help you to keep motivated. Now, this slide I'm skipping because that's getting into a little bit of science, but right now I want to cover some more techniques for you. So we just did the first activity called heart coherence activity. And let me tell you that, in fact, this activity see, we have observed that many times we tell students that, you do this activity and then they tell us yes, but then at the end of the day, we realize that they actually do not do it. And that's why we have taken it up on ourselves that we would like more and more and more and more and more students, because since our work is in career counseling and student success, therefore we are going to launch programs on this, simple program like a gym, a simple online programs on heart coherence, and where we are going to explain the science of the heart coherence and we are going to do practice. So the science and practice, and we are going to do alternate day practice of heart coherence, so that you can log in and you can do this heart coherence with us, where there is a collective energy, group energy, and then you can keep doing it. So once you are used to it, once you get the habit, you can start doing it yourself at home. So we're going to launch it soon, and we'll write more. We'll write back to you and tell you when we are going to start. We're going to start in this month itself. I mean, the month of October itself, because we want each and every child, each and every student, each and every school and every college student to do this activity daily basis. And there will be a huge, I think my internet, I'm so sorry about it, but internet is fluctuating. There will be a huge change, huge increase in the academics of students, huge decrease in the stress levels. Yeah. So this was the first one which I wanted to explain to you. Now I'll explain to you one more activity. I mean, we said there are 20 activities. Now, obviously, explaining all 20 may not be feasible here. Sorry. They may not see. We said 8 o'clock. We will go on till about 8:10 because we started the session at 7:10. So we will see as many as we can cover. The second important activity that we want to cover now is called mindfulness activity. Okay. Does anyone know what is mindfulness?
To be mentally aware of what you're doing and what you're thinking.
Very good. That's pretty good. That's pretty nice. Anyone else? Any other answer? Any other answer? Okay. Have you heard of have you heard of something called as being in the present moment, experiencing the present moment fully? Have you heard of that?
Yes,
Okay. So mindfulness is basically experiencing the present moment fully. That is mindfulness. Now, I will give you an example, a very practical example of mindfulness. And by the way, we those who are going to wait till the end, we are going to also give you a small journal that's going to be mm, given to you. So those of you who are interested in receiving that journal, I'm just going to tell you what is to be done at the end of the session, and then we will send it to you. Now, mindfulness is a very simple activity where you are focusing. See, we have five senses, right? We look through the eyes, we hear through the ears, we taste through our tongue, we feel through the skin, which is the touch, and then we smell through the nose. So these are the five senses, and these five senses are giving us inputs. Mindfulness is nothing but focusing all your five senses or maximum number of senses on one activity. So let me give you an example. Can you give me an example of anything that you like to eat? Give me an
Uh,
example of what you like to
Apple.
eat. So, apple. Okay. So, let's say you like to eat an apple. Now, generally, what we do is we are always so much in a hurry that we will say that, okay, so I'm having an apple in my right hand. From my left hand, I'm having my mobile. I'm maybe talking on the phone to someone. I'm then biting that apple and all of that. And that's how we eat an apple. Now, if you have to eat an apple mindfully, what you will do is first of all, you will look at the apple, you will not do anything else. You will first appreciate the color of the red colored apple. So you are appreciating saying, wow, this apple is so beautiful red in color, and it is very pleasing to the eyes, when you are that red color. So therefore you are appreciating that apple, you start feeling good about it. And then you are holding that apple, you experience that nice the cover of the apple. For those who like apples, the cover is nice, a little hard, the skin of the apple. And and then once you bite that apple, that sound of that, I don't know what that sound is called, that nice sound
The
where
crunch sound.
crunchy sound, yeah, that's the word I was
Then
getting. The nice crunchy
yeah,
sound, yeah, the nice crunchy sound. So your ears are also focused on the apple, and then you see that white colored apple, and then you also get that fragrance. So your nose and your tongue, that therefore your taste also to your tongue also. So when all your five senses are concentrating on the apple, the flavors will actually explode, and you are completely into just eating that apple. For those 5 minutes, you are only eating the apple. Now, tell me, how does it benefit you? How does it help in being focused?
for focusing on other tasks like studying, like when you put our full attention to doing simple things like eating, it contributes to when we do harder things like studying or working.
You are right, Ishan, and that is because you start developing habits. Because the moment you eat apple mindfully, first of all, what is happening is that in those 5 minutes, you are really enjoying and experiencing positive emotions and lower stress. You are cut off from the other things. You may be preparing for JE or NEET or anything else, but in those 5 minutes, you are only with the apple. So whether it is an apple, whether you are eating a chocolate, or you are having a full meal, when you just do that, you are literally breaking off from all the other things, and therefore your stress level comes down. Again, stress comes down, your positivity goes up, and optimism goes up. So automatically, that is what happens. Now when you start doing things mindfully, so when you say that, okay, now, so therefore there is a one more important hack. That, so we just did the activity, but like that, I mean, activity in the sense, we visualized an apple. We actually did not have an apple in front of us, we visualized it. But I would therefore say that at least twice a day, you need to practice mindfulness. And the best times, ideally 5 times in a day, but at least twice a day. And the best times is when you eat. So when you are eating it, if you eat mindfully, then those 15-20 minutes when you are spending time on your lunch, and 15-20 minutes when you are spending time on your dinner, automatically those 40 minutes when you are mindful and doing that, it will help you. You will start getting into the habit of being mindful in every other thing, because it starts becoming a practice for you. And now imagine when you are doing mindful studying for the next 1 hour. I am only, all my eyes, ears, everything only focused on studies. Your productivity of studies will go up. When your productivity of studies goes up, which means nothing but focus, right? Mindfulness leads to focus. And once you study and your productivity goes up, your motivation to study further goes up. Clear? Very clear.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's the second thing, mindfulness. So therefore, mindfulness. So that journal that we're going to give you will help you in tracking some of these things. So therefore, this is the second thing. So one was heart elevation technique, which I taught you, very simple technique. Only thing is initially you require guidance, and therefore you may require some kind of an external resource like us, and therefore we are going to launch that program. But for mindfulness, it is your personal activity. You don't require any external support for that. So that is the second important activity that I wanted to tell you so that your motivation and focus retains. Now, third important thing, which is so relevant, is your sleep cycles. Your sleep and rest cycles are so important. So it is important that you get sound sleep, and it is important that you get appropriate quantity of sleep. Now, these days we are sleeping very late. We are so hooked on to digital devices, etc. And therefore, please make it a point that you do not look at the mobile at least for an hour before you sleep, because that will ensure that you start getting. So, sleep is a separate subject by itself. So, right now, I'm just scratching the surface by telling you only one thing about sleep. Just start doing one thing right now to begin with. Do not cut off yourself from all digital devices 1 hour, at least 1 hour before you sleep. That itself will enhance the quality of your sleep. Once the quality of sleep goes up, your recovery, sleep is a time when your body starts recovering from the wear and tear. Your recovery is better, so therefore you will wake up more fresh in the morning. The moment you are more fresh in the morning, you will be more motivated and focused in your studies or whatever you want to do. Clear? Clear? Simple?
Yes.
All right.
Got it.
Oh, so you can choose what works best for you, and then I'll tell you what are the most important ones. Okay. Okay. Now, physical activity again are a very good way of your retaining your motivation and focus, because for those of you who have understood, who have read a little bit about biochemistry, whenever you do a physical activity like playing a sport, jogging, cycling, brisk walking, etc., automatically the body releases certain hormones, I mean certain chemicals called endorphins, serotonin and dopamine, and these by themselves are called motivation chemicals. So when the body has got, let's say, stress chemicals like cortisol, adrenaline, at that time you don't feel like doing things. But when the body has got serotonin, dopamine, and endorphins, you feel energetic, and when you feel energetic, you feel like doing things. You can focus better. You can stay more motivated. And therefore, a simple thing like 20 minutes to half an hour, it can be dance, it can be physical sport. And therefore, it is so important to be physically active. So that's another one for now. I know obviously you cannot do all of what I'm saying, but whatever you can, whatever works for you, whatever works for you. Okay. Digital detox, though, definitely we all know that, the more you keep the phone away from you, the more you will be able to conserve your energy. And the more you conserve your energy, the more energetic you will have. And therefore, you have the motivation to do tasks on hand, which could be studies or which could be career building activities. So that's very simple for us to understand. Yeah. So you can create like a time, for example, you can say that, okay, I have a screen free time. So I have a every day in the evening from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. It's my uh, daily digital detox time, because otherwise, you will always feel like seeing the mobile, right? What is there? What's happening? Who is connecting? And you should tell your friends, you should tell your family and tell your friends that this is my time. So it could be, maybe it is 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. or whatever that time is, whatever works for you in your schedules. Have that 1 hour which is digitally free time for you. Clear? Are you clear?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so these are most of the activities that we have discussed right now are related to mind and body alignment. So that is one category of activities. Now, these are the most crucial ones. Now, the other ones are also there, but I'm going to run through them because while they are important, the most crucial ones are related to mind body. Now, these are related to environment and systems. For example, if you have a decluttered, very clean space, it is said that, a clean space and clarity of thoughts they go hand in hand. Because when you have clutter in the space, you may get experience clutter in your mind, and therefore having a clean space, having things well sorted out gives you more clarity in your mind. So that is one of the things that you can look at. Now there are certain apps for you to focus. For example, there is, have you heard of Pomodoro technique? I'm not explaining this right now, but you can
Hmm.
check
I've
out
heard.
on, yeah. So check out on Google what is Pomodoro technique. You can actually buy Pomodoros on Amazon. They are available for about 1,000 rupees or so. So you can buy a pomodoro, which is like a tomato, and you should read about it. It's a beautiful technique for you to slot your time. I also don't want to delay you beyond 8:10, and therefore, certain things I'm explaining to you, certain things I'm going to asking you to do a little bit of things as per your convenience. So look at pomodoro, what it is. It's a beautiful technique for you to focus. So that is a nice technique. Then there is something called as distraction blocking apps. I don't know if has anyone heard of distraction blocking apps?
Yes.
Very good. So you could
Yeah.
actually install distraction blocking apps because they will, I mean, there are tools like Freedom and Cold Turkey and Forest, and they can create digital barriers between you and the distracting apps. I mean,
Yes.
and distracting websites, right?
They block
Okay.
apps like
Yeah.
on the mobile phone.
Yes, yes, you can do
And
that.
there's one for desktop where it blocks the YouTube homepage to reduce scrolling on
Yeah,
laptops.
correct, correct. Absolutely right. So you can make use of technology to now, to help it in a very positive manner. So you can do that. Okay, then we all do such a lot of multitasking. We are in college, we are on the phone, on the tab, iPad, this, that, etc., etc., etc. But there is a research that actually says that with multitasking, your performance can reduce by 40%. Yeah. So therefore, try and focus and do one thing at a time. Do one thing at a time and give your 100% rather than doing multiple things. We try to save time and therefore we are trying to eat and we are trying to check our mobile and we are also doing all sorts of things together. Just do one thing at a time. So important for you to focus. It also drains you out. It creates burnout. So like Hardik was saying at the beginning of the session that it looks at things keep getting procrastinated. So one of the things why we procrastinate is because you do not have that motivation to and the energy to do it right now. And one way to do that is do one thing at a time. Don't do multitasking. Conserve your energy. That's so important. Okay. All right. Now this is another nice one, called deep work hours. Deep work hours means, how scientists work, right? They, like for example, they will take one thing and then they will spend 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours on that one thing. That's called deep work. So deep work means work hours in which you are going really deep into the subject matter. So deep work hours for implementing that, उसके लिए क्या करना चाहिए ना? There is something called as time blocking. So what you can do is you can say that, okay, as depending upon again upon your schedule. So you can say that, okay, from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. And deep work has to happen at least for 2 hours. So every Thursday or every Monday, I mean every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. I am going to do, let's say your most important subject is mathematics. That time is spent completely only on mathematics. Nothing will come in the way of me and my mathematics or biology or English or anything else. Okay, so that is called deep work hours. It's called time blocking. You block time. You have your calendars on your mobile, on your desktops, etc. You block certain times in multiples of 2 hours where you are doing things which are tough. You are doing things which are important. That will, that time blocking will make you focus on difficult things. Are you clear? Okay.
Yes.
See, there are other things like, lo-fi, reducing background noise. So I don't know if you've heard of lo-fi music. Lo-fi music is a music that helps you in becoming calm. Or there is something called as white noise. Prevent you from any distracting sounds, etc.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Like on headphones, it blocks out other sounds.
Yeah, so then those are noise cancellation headphones, etc. Yeah, so you can use these kind of background noise reducing apps, or these kind of tools which are available. So you can do that. That's again a nice thing to do. Okay. Now there are certain other things, like for example, emotional and mental energy, energy related. This is another cluster. Okay. So in emotional and mental energy related things, one of the best things to do is journaling your emotions. Now, believe me, if you do this activity of journaling emotions, or journaling, to be honest. So journaling is the act of writing a journal on a daily basis. It sounds like an additional task, but believe me, you spend 10 minutes on journaling every day, it is going to free up and give you much more time, make you much more productive. Because when you are journaling, you are writing out your emotions, you are expressing some emotions on paper. They may be positive, they may be negative emotions. So there is a structure to journaling, and therefore I was telling you that we are going to give you a journaling checklist or a sheet which you can use. So those who want, you have at the end of the presentation, I'm going to show you a QR code. You just have to scan that QR code. Those who want, you can scan the QR code, and then we will get a message saying that you want the journaling checklist or the journal, and then we will send it to you. Yeah. So this is a takeaway for those of you who are going to be attending till the end, which is going to be about 10 minutes from now. And then, so all that is required is scanning of that QR code, and then you will get that checklist. So once you have that journaling sheet, it will be easy for you to understand what is to be journaled. But basically, when you journal out things, your distraction goes down, because you don't keep brooding, or some incident has happened today which you are upset about. But the moment it is put on paper, it is literally like removing from your mind and giving it away. So once you give that incident that has upset you, once you give it away, you are free. You don't get distracted. You are free to focus and motivated and focused. Simple. I tell you, all the activities are so simple. It's just that you got to do it. Yeah. So that is journaling. Then there is gratitude practice, which right now, I may not be able to cover, because I also want to stick to the time. And fortunately, you all were quite interactive. Therefore, I was able to do all the other activities. So gratitude practice, I'm just going to tell you what it is. In short, but then we are going to cover that in the journaling, in the journal that we are going to give you. So gratitude practice is nothing but to consciously express gratitude for something that you are thankful for. Okay. So in fact, gratitude practice is a separate program by itself, okay, which we may launch separately, because that's so important. But then right now, just to give you a taste of it, we have included that in the journal. Okay. So yeah, so that's gratitude. So in the journal, I will explain more about the journal as we go. So yeah, so gratitude journaling is writing your gratitudes on a journal. Such a powerful activity, because the basic logic is that once you are grateful for something, na, see, maybe nine things have gone, see, like today, at the end of the day, maybe nine things have gone wrong for me. Maybe only one thing that has gone good for me. But if I focus on that good thing rather than those nine things that have gone wrong for me, I start becoming optimistic in life. And the moment I become optimistic in life, I start seeing a ray of hope. So I may get low marks consistently in 4 to 5 papers. But if I'm a gratitude practitioner, I have an attitude that, okay, there is a ray of hope. I am an optimist, and therefore I will still be able to turn it around, which is called resilience. So gratitude builds your resilience in life, the quality to bounce back. It's so important. We'll probably do a separate program on that. Okay. But for now, you have included it in the journal. Okay. And then you must have heard about visualizations, affirmations, all of them, makes you very confident. Limiting negative inputs is another one. So, yeah. And then there are building support system. So what we are right now doing is by having these regular sessions, we are trying to create a support system for all our students and those who are associated with us, because any support system can help. See, for example, some of you came here, you got some input, you may implement that. It may make your activities better, it may help you in some way. So a support system always helps. So you need to identify, create a support system for yourself and be a part of that. It always helps. Okay. Okay, it also, and then of course long-term motivation is a different thing. Now long-term motivation needs very, very clear goals. So when we talk about motivation, one is short-term motivation, means that today I should study, that is short-term motivation. And long-term motivation means how do I become successful in the next 3 years, or how do I get admission in a great college which is after 4 years for my post graduation or for my graduation, etc. Now, for that, one of the most important things for long-term motivation is having clarity of your career goals. So those of you who are here, I think most of you who are here have gone through a formal career counseling. But if you've not gone through any formal career counseling, formal career counseling will give you clarity on your career goals, and that will help in setting clear goals that builds long-term motivation. Yeah. So career counseling, that was very important. I think most of you have gone through it, so you are aware of the importance of it. But if your friends have not gone through proper career counseling, you could encourage them to go for career counseling so that their clarity in goals will give them long-term motivation. So that's another one. Okay. So then there are a few other things, yeah, which is all fine. I think they are all, I think the more, so what I want to say is, yeah, some live activities section 3, they were designed for section 3, but I've already covered them. So heart coherence, I have already covered. See, the most important activities, if I have to single out now, I will single out about 5 to 6 activities which are most important, because the activities related to mind body alignment are the most important because they change you from within. So there are two types of activities. One is the external activities, like, external activities means having apps and having that lo-fi music. These are external ones. And second is internal, means the mind body related. So any activity that is helping you change internally is will always be more effective, because if you change internally, your external environment will not affect you that much. And therefore, to me, 2 to 3 are so important. One is heart coherence, which I already taught you today. Second is meditation. There is a beautiful technique in meditation called breath mindfulness meditation. We are going to start offering breath mindfulness meditation practice programs also. In fact, we're going to start a program on the science of meditation and the practice of meditation. So you understand what is the science behind meditation, so that you are convinced about doing meditation, and then we do meditation practice. So we're going to do, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month. I mean, we're going to do it continuously. So we would recommend that you come here to us, and to us means, of course, it's going to be online, and get yourself, go do that practice, learn the technique, and then you can either do it yourself or you can do it along with us, whatever works for you. Because initially activities like meditation and heart coherence require an external guidance and external support. Someone needs to guide you through that. Once you become an expert, once you learn the techniques very well, you can do it yourself. So very soon we are going to be launching this program on heart coherence and guided meditation, etc. And we're going to keep it very, very reasonably priced, so that more and more of you can join, and you can join it very freely without really creating any pinch on your pocket. So they are very important, and gratitude practice is again very, very important. Gratitude practice is very important. Journaling is very important. So that's also quite important. In fact, there are two more that we talked about. One was digital detox, which we talked about, and distraction journaling is another activity, interesting activity. That activity, you have to write down what is it that is most distracting for you. Just be aware of it. The moment you are aware of it, you will be able to create a concrete step to not get distracted or to insulate yourself from it. So that's called distraction journaling. Okay, so there are a whole lot of things. So basically, yeah, I think more or less, I'm done with what I wanted to cover, and the idea was to give you some nice 7, 8, 9, 10, 15. If you individually break it down, it will go to about 20 or so. But give you some nice techniques so that you get a bouquet of them and you can create your own toolkit. You can say that, okay, from now on, I'm going to use this one or two or three or four, etc., etc. So some of them are very very easy. So journaling is something that I'm saying please start from today itself. So for that, okay, let me just show you how to get it. I'll come back to these slides, but okay, this is the 1 minute. Where is it? That bonus. Okay, yeah, this is the QR code for that. So those of you who want to access, who want us to send, see, we also wanted you to take an action and see whether you are really motivated to take that journal. Therefore it's a very simple step. We don't want to give it to unnecessarily unless you, if you don't want it, and therefore you just need to scan this QR code. You can do that, and once you scan this QR code, we will get a message, and then whoever scans it, we will send that journal to you on your mobiles. And for some technical difficulty, if you are not able to scan it, you can just, you have our WhatsApp numbers, etc., it's given on the screen, so you can just message saying that you would like to receive that journal, and we will send you that journal. That journal has got activities, simple, it's a very simple format. Just fill that format, do that for 7 days, and you will realize what is the power of that journal. I can bet that just do that activities for 7 days, and then you can make it like a part and part. It will not even take you 10 minutes, by the way. So 10 minutes of journaling is something that definitely all those who are attending, I sincerely hope and request you all that start doing that activity right from tomorrow or from today. Yeah. So how many of you are currently considering, or getting motivated to do journaling activity? You can just type out yes. So I will know that some of you at least have got motivated to start the journaling. Okay, so I can see some chats coming here. Okay, yes, you can. Okay, great. So yeah. So good. Okay, I'm happy. I'm happy to see that some of you are getting motivated to journaling. So therefore, journaling is something that you start immediately from today, tomorrow, and that has been given. I mean, we have those journals that are normally offered as for a basic fee, but then this is obviously this is a checklist that we are giving, and that's being given without any charges. So um, you can definitely use that. And we are going to, okay, now let me also just show you that we are going to, yeah, we are going to create a coherence and a meditation community of our own student. I mean, we already have a community, but we are going to create this heart coherence and meditation community for our students, because we see that, see, we are primarily into what? We are primarily, our main goal is enabling students to live a life of their dreams through counseling, education, training, and communication. That's our main work. So one of the main work that we are doing is, of course, career counseling, where we are trying to give you clarity on which direction you should go. But the other thing that we are looking at is, we are looking at, once you take the direction, you need to be successful in that. So if you decide that you want to get into engineering, then you should get admission in a good school. Or if you decide that you want to get into, let's say, medical or research, etc., you should be able to stay on track, stay motivated, focused, etc. And therefore, predominantly for enabling you to stay focused and motivated, we are starting this program. It is going to be a very, very nominal fee of only 1000 rupees per month. That's all. So today, 1000 rupees means, well, you just go to, um, a decent coffee shop 2, 3 times, and that's where your 1000 rupees is just going to go like that. So it's going to be only 1000 rupees per month, and that too for our own students who are already taken career counseling from us. We are going to give a further concession on this also. Okay, so therefore I would recommend that, and we're going to announce it very soon, so I will share across that information. We will be sharing that with you soon. I would definitely encourage, so start your journaling. So that is something that is definitely you should do. But along with that, come to us for whatever time you want. It could be 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever. It depends on you. You can come with us for a longer period also. If you come for a longer period, then again there will be a concessional fee that will be offered for you. But master the techniques of, I just want to leave you all with this one thought, that get into the daily habit of journaling, heart coherence, meditation. I have not covered right now because it will take more time, so we are going to have a separate program on meditation. So journaling, just do these four things as a part of your weekly schedule, and I promise you that you will be able to start creating miracles and magical results in your life.
What was
You
the fourth thing? Hard currents, meditation, and journaling. And what was the
Four
fourth thing?
things, most crucial. One is journaling, daily journaling. All these are daily practices, but when we say daily, na, sometimes कभी एक दो इधर दिन हो सकता है, but basically मतलब, so we look at it like a whole week and say that in a week
Uh,
I'm definitely doing. So one is journaling, second is heart coherence, third is breath mindfulness meditation. That I have not covered because that needs more time. So that we will do a separate program on that. So that is the third one. So once we do that, you will know that about that. And the fourth one is gratitude practice.
okay. Thank you.
So four activities you do on every week regularly, and I actually promise I can write it and give it to you. You will be able to start creating magical results in your academics, in your health. It's not only academics. See, academics, health go hand in hand. If your health is good, you can do academically better. So, and vice versa. If your academics are good, you can concentrate on fitness. So, if everything goes hand in hand. So, health, academics, sports, whatever are your goals, you'll start seeing great results in life with these four activities, which are most crucial in this AI driven age that we are getting in. So, on that note, I would like to thank you all. And yeah, so thanks a lot. And, it was very nice having you all here for the program. And great that you all, both of you, stuck together. I think we had more people who were there for some time and now they are not there. But yeah, very good that two of you are here. I hope you all have gained something out of the program today. So
Yes. Thank
yeah,
you for this.
okay, thank you so much. And uh, yeah, great. Any questions before we end?
Mm, will the journal be in a virtual format? Like, uh,
The format of the journal, you're saying?
yeah, will
No,
be online.
it will be a
Uh,
PDF. It will be a PDF. We'll send it to you. You can,
yeah.
what you can a separate cost, and then there is shipping if you have to send it to Pune. So you can just print out that journal, I mean that
Okay.
PDF, and then you can start practicing it right now. And then you can
Okay.
always go for a nice refined fancy copy. But right now just start with the basic sheets.
Yes.
It's a very basic sheet, just a simple sheet.
Okay.
Don't worry about how such a simple thing will work. I'm just saying simple things like this work big time.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll try it today.
sure,
If
perfect.
the
Great, great, wonderful. All the
okay.
best to you, Ishan. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Best
Thank you
of
for the
luck.
session.
Thanks a lot. Give my regards to your parents.
Okay.
Yeah,
Will do.
Hardik. Thank you very much. Thanks for attending, and my regards to your parents, your uncle. I and should we close the session now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm
Thank you,
closing the
sir.
session right now. Bye bye.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Bye bye. Yeah, we can close the recording.